You are now listening to I Feel the True podcast by Grace. We're going to get into another podcast topic. Is the fantasy of being chosen. They waited for someone who never looked back or acknowledged them. Talking about people mistaking attention, chemistry, and obsession for destiny. And this topic goes with one of my videos, the deadly, when obsession becomes deadly. And you can look at that on my channel, and then you can also view on Spotify and audiobooks. The vision of being chosen, the illusion of being chosen also. A woman convinced herself another woman's partner secretly wants her, despite her boundaries saying otherwise. He smiled once. A casual act of kindness becomes a 6-month emotional fantasy in someone else's mind. The placeholder's heart. Someone stays in a relationship while emotional auditioning strangers online. Attention withdrawal. A man spirals after realizing admiration was never intimacy. The competition she invented. Two women were never rivals until one secretly created a rival of alone. Fantasy text messages. Innocent conversation becomes proof of hidden desires. The day reality arrives, the fantasy collapses when the person finally says, I never wanted this and never want to be with you. Obsession doesn't call itself obsession when the person who watched everything. You belong in my story. Every post was about him or her, the fake coincidence, meeting up at different places at the same time. Um, Love built from surveillance camera, following, stalking, following on social media, sending text messages, calling on the phone, the mirror of rejection or emails. When no becomes a revenge. Validation addiction. The need to be desired, winning someone who was never available to you from the beginning and was never single from the beginning. The fantasy of being irresistible, choose over her or him, attention and self-worth, the invisible audience, performing confidence while falling apart. Boundaries they refuse to hear, where emotional entitlement turns dangerous. He or she thought persistence was romance. The woman or man who ignored them every warning. I deserve closure, they would say. Weaponized vulnerability. The boundaries collectors. Why rejection feel like humiliation to them? When silence become threatening to them. When people tell themselves psychological breakdowns of fantasy, narrows, and distorted thinking. Maybe they secretly want me. They delusion of special connection, interpreting everything as a sign or fate, or God, it was meant to be. The fantasy relationship. They never promise you anything. The ego after rejection. The life you invented together. After the fantasy ends, recover truth, shame, accountability, and emotional reconstruction. Embarrassment after obsession over someone that never wanted you. It was just a friendly smile or a friendly hello. And then all of a sudden, oh, he wants me or she wants me. This was fate. This was meant to be. The tarot cards were saying that I would meet somebody today. Somebody new. Oh, he was my twin flame or she was my soulmate. The apology that comes too late. Learning boundaries for real. The difference between attention and love. Rebuilt in self-worth without validation. Choosing yourself instead of being chosen. All of this is warning signs and miscommunication between two people not hearing or seeing the action behind the conversation, or a gesture, or a smile, or simply hello. Or they are with someone, or they're walking with someone, or they're talking with someone, or you see them on social media, hanging out with someone, or have pictures of the significant other partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. And what it really means, the unspoken words in between the silence. Crossing boundaries, not letting go, and not moving forward. It's also signs of fantasies that people create in their own mind, and dreams, and think about all day long about someone, a perfect stranger they have not met, or just on into crossing. You have cross paths with that person, and then all of a sudden the person give you a nice smile or say hello. Then all of a sudden that person wants you, that man or woman wants you, and really it's not. It might just be a courtesy of hello, how are you doing, and keep it moving. You never know the type of lifestyle that person is living. You don't know if that person is single or married or in a relationship or not. And then there goes the stalking. There goes the following. There goes the fantasy. And that's how everything began to start. And you create all this illusion in your mind about the person. And the person don't even know that you exist. And that's where the obsession comes from. That's where the stalking comes from. And that's where all the illusion and the drama and the conflicts and everything else begin to come. And the competition. Until next time, this is your host, Grace.